Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to episode 4. This will be much easier next season since we're not starting in the middle of a season, but episode 4 of Shooting the Salt. I am your host, Ori. Please ignore my rag. We are covering tonight Supernatural episode 1219, The Future. What the heck did I just watch? I don't know if anybody else feels like that, but I kind of do. But before we get into that, really quick, like I said, I'm your host, Oriona75. Feel free to call me Ori. You can find us on Tumblr at shootingthesalt.tumblr.com. You can also find me on Twitter at Oriona75. This is your live reaction, we 4 episodes in. Y'all know what I'm doing here. At least I hope you do. If you don't, if you've never joined me before, welcome. All opinions expressed are mine and mine alone. They do not represent anyone at YouTube, CW, actors, cast, crew, blah, 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 blah. It's all me. All right. Me and my Sam shirt. So, let's, you have some questions? I have some questions. Let's have some questions. Crap, I didn't go backwards in my list before I started this, so I gotta flip papers. Hang on a sec. Also, felt like kind of strange tonight. I tried to contour. Not sure how I feel about it. Well, I don't know. And I agree, I think I'm going to need a rewatch too. If you're watching this after the fact, we go live every Thursday right after the Eastern Central Time Zone premiere of Supernatural. So, 1219 The Future, directed by Amanda Tapping. If you don't know who Amanda Tapping is, you're wrong. You do know who Amanda Tapping is because she played Naomi a couple of seasons ago. There were lots of things that I picked up on, but we'll get to that. She was also in the Stargate SG-1 series, if you guys ever watched that. I can't think of anything else that she's done, but she's awesome and I like her. Okay, so let's, the show starts in with Kelly. Kelly looks rough, y'all. Like, even for what we find out later is probably 8-9 month pregnant woman, Kelly looks a little rough. I was a little concerned about Kelly. We find out from Dagon that she's been starving herself, not taking care of herself, and she's trying to basically self-destruct not only herself, but the baby, and Dagon's just not having it. And so since she can't go about it that way, Dagon allows her to take a bath, because apparently there's a smell coming there that's happened, and Kelly, I almost said Mary, Kelly attempted to make the ultimate sacrifice, and show kind of opens thinking we think, yeah, she's dead. It looks like she's dead, and so and that's where the show kicks in, and then we see Sam, good old Sam, full-blown research mode, as we love him. And Smarty Pants Sam has figured out, and since we can't work this way, we find another way. The Winchester way is we find another way. Yeah. So, and he decides to maybe not necessarily work backwards, but work around and find out how much time do they have before the baby's born, which is pretty smart. I don't understand why they didn't figure that out before now, but I mean, that would be, because I did feel like Kelly was getting large fairly quickly, so, but at the same time, like, the guys wouldn't really know that, because how many pregnant women have they been around? Like, none. So, and Sam was born, Dean was 4, Dean's not going to remember 9-month gestation. Well, he would probably, I mean, they would know at this point that there's typical human 9-month gestation, but I don't think they would necessarily get that there might be a different time frame. I think I know what I'm trying to say. I hope you're coming here with me. I don't know. This could be coming out all wrong. This happens to me a lot. And then Cass shows up. Finally, the friggin' angel. Where the frick have you been? You know? And as typical, we have ever forgiving Sam and ever upset Dean. which I think, I don't want to say, Sam does kind of always forgive. He kind of always forgives. And it's kind of the good bad about Sam is that he's always so very forgiving when you don't want him to be. Like, you should be mad. You have a reason to have righteous indignation. Ah! And he doesn't. And of course, it could also be because Dean's full of righteous indignation for both of them. But yeah. So we get very upset Dean, and then we get a nice little moment between Dean and Sam. Not Dean and Sam. Dean and Cass trying to pick up the pieces, as it were. Yes. Very, very much, my dear Michelle. You know, where have you been, young man? Ignoring my calls. Why didn't you answer the phone? You're out past your bedtime. Blah, blah, blah. And so, my Sam girl is always showing. Okay, hello? Just saying. But Sam and Cass have a nice little heart-to-heart, and I think Dean kind of understands where he's coming from a little bit, but at the same time, it's very much, Dean's like, look, why didn't we talk about this before? We're all coming up with a big fat goose egg. We've got to stick together. We've got to work together. And, you kind of get the sense that, you get the go team free will. I was like, yay, they mentioned team free will. I don't know why that made me so happy, but it did. And then we get a quick little glimpse back into the basement of really weird, creepy house. And for all intents and purposes, there's an empty bathtub. Did she escape? Is she dead? Has she whisked herself away to heaven or into nothingness or whatever? And then Dagon finds her in a corner. She's bloody, but she appears to be whole. There was, definite wiping of the wrists, and there was nothing there. And apparently the baby saved her. But there was something at the very end of that scene where just a face that Kelly makes that I was like, I don't know about all that. And then we go back to the boys talking in the bunker, talking about what's going on and whatnot. And they mentioned Gadriel, my dear, sweet, perpetually put upon innocent babe, Gadriel. That's my other. I'm a Sam Gadriel girl. My poor Gadriel got the short end of the stick. No, I'm kidding. And they talk about, the grace extraction that Cass and Sam did to attempt to find Gadriel, and they come up with this great plan B, and we find another way. And of course, that's my brilliant Sam saving the day, my hero. And then Cass is all of a sudden gone. Cass, we found a way. You're not here. Where'd you go? I'm with you, Michelle. I did notice that Sam seemed to say Gadriel, and then it was Gadriel and Gadriel. Like, look, just bring back my Tomo, okay? I just want my Tomo back. Okay. I could go on. Let's not start that tangent, okay? Let's not, okay? Jeez. I feel like I'm blushing now. And then we go back to the conversation between Kelly and Dagon, and she's telling her, you can't die. The baby's not going to let you, but you're not going to survive past giving birth. And you see this whole conversation between Dagon. Oh, I'm jumping ahead. Never mind. Just joking. But you see that Dagon basically has this plan that she's going to raise the baby. And so it's like evil mommy Dagon. Ew. No thanks. And then we see Cass meeting up with some of the other angels, and Cass has the colt. So going back to the bunker, ulterior motive. Just something felt off with Cass, and I kind of knew, but So the angels plan to bombard the house, and Cass has 2 bullets, one for Dagon, one for Kelly and the baby. I have hair that's stuck to me somewhere, and I can feel it. Um, slow. I see that is the slow down. I'm getting there. Cause anyway, so then we go back. The angels are going to storm the house. Cass is going to attempt to do what he feels like the Winchesters can't do. They can't bring themselves to do. And I get it. They've saving people, hunting things. This is saving people. You know, you're not hunting a baby. You know, it's hard, even though you know it's the spawn of Lucifer, it's hard to just say, I'm still going to kill a baby. And so, you see the span through the house as they start going through, and apparently Dagon likes cheesy 70s game shows, because who doesn't? Like, Game Show Network is phenomenal. Can I just tell you? Like, I can watch the original Press Your Luck. Big money, no whammies, all day long. So I feel her on that. And then I wrote oh shit here, and I don't remember why. I can't remember. Oh, because Cass corners Kelly. Kelly sees, oh crap, he's gonna kill me. And then all of a sudden they're gone. And I was like, oh, he can't kill her. Eee! So, and then there's lots of discussion of kicking Cass's feathered ass, which I don't know why, but not because I want to see Cass get his ass kicked. I just like the phrase kicking his feathered ass. It just sounds like fun. It's just a fun phrase. And then Dagon has a little conversation with Lucy, and she is so in trouble. And I found this interesting, which, by the way, if you see this little movement right here, that's Kitten, that's Freya. She's decided she needs to groom herself at this exact moment. I don't know. Yeah. So, there's this whole section of conversation between Lucy and Dagon about how they're going to play house, Mommy Dagon and Daddy Lucy, and evil baby Jesus makes 3, and all this, and like, Dagon's like, this is what you promised me, and it strikes me as interesting because I don't know about demons, but angels specifically seem to be very non-gendered from what we've seen. They're not particular. They don't have a sense of gender the way we stereotypically associate with people, because we've seen Cass as a male, as a female. We've seen Raphael as a male and a female. I'm trying to think of what other angels we've seen as both throughout the course of the show. But Ruby, for the most part, has always picked a female vessel. Crowley, we've always seen in a male vessel, except for the one time that he was hiding out after Rowena sent him to kill Castiel, and then Castiel went to kill him because he had the guard dog spell, and Crowley escaped without his body and then hid in that woman for a little while. So typically, it seems like there's a very, I guess, non-binary type aspect. If I'm using that phrase wrong, please correct me, because I don't want to use incorrect phrasing. But she seemed very, for someone who's apparently not more concerned with typical male or female as we see it, very focused on playing house and playing mommy, particular to the baby and with Lucifer. And so I don't know if I don't know. It just struck me as odd that she would want to play mommy, I guess, for creatures who gender fluid. Well, yeah, that's a good phrase. For a being that is supposedly gender fluid. So maybe demons aren't. Maybe demons, aren't as gender the That's also a very good point, Michelle. Michelle says, I think demons have more gender identity because they used to be human. And that brings up a good point. But it also makes me wonder, the original Knights of Hell weren't, because Dagon would actually be a Knight of Hell. You have Cain. We know Cain was human at one point in time. We've seen Dagon, and I don't remember the one from that they killed when they got the cult back. But were the original Knights of Hell human, or were they angels as well? So it makes me kind of wonder about that. I don't know what the lore would be there. I also loved the Lucifer side piece thing. So apparently it makes me wonder if there's been something going on with Dagon all along. I mean, if he's able to talk to Sam from the cage, he's got to be able to talk to and make visualize other people from the cage. So, or was he only able to talk to Sam and send him visions because Rowena helped him? So, I don't know. There's lots of, I feel like I have more questions now than I do answers. I'm so confused. I feel like I'm running in circles too. Ramiel, thank you, Natasha. Ramiel, Ramiel was the one from when they got the cult back. So we get all that. Let's go past that. And then you see Kelly's eyes at some point turn golden, the same way that Lucifer's do. And so I did wonder, has the baby taken over Kelly? Because at some point, Kelly did get the vision of them going to the sandbox up to heaven. And so it makes me wonder if she would have jumped through, what really would have happened. So I'm wondering, Sam is not, dang it. If Dagon is the side piece, the question was raised, if Dagon's the side piece, who's the main piece? And someone, you wait till Nola. Someone said Sam is his main piece. I'm refusing to acknowledge that as a possibility. So, so I'm wondering, yeah, if the baby has taken over Kelly a little bit, or if the baby is communicating in visions with them for some reason. So, and Lucifer could also be sending those messages. It could be an amalgamation of things. I like that word, amalgamation. So then the boys show up, and Dean's all, that's mine. That's my toy. You stole my toy. It's so cute. Where am I? I feel like so the boys show up, no plan B, gotta go back to the bunker. Kelly stole baby. What the heck? I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you leave me in the front seat with the keys, I'm gonna at least go around the parking lot once or twice. I'm just saying. And then Kelly seems to be coming to terms with the fact that she is not going to survive childbirth. I'm sorry, I thought we were going to have an extra special guest of one of my children there for a second. Kelly seems to be coming to terms with the fact that she's not going to survive childbirth. That this is just, it's not possible. And so she is attempting to convince Cass to play Daddy Cass and to raise her child. She's still in this mindset of nurture over nature. He's not inherently evil. It's in how you're raised. And so, yeah, like, he's like, I know I am not the person you want for this. No. And I don't have that kind of faith. And she's like, oh, and the way she's like, you will. I'm like, further thought that the baby has possessed Kelly. And then genius mechanic Dean gets the truck running, and they are off to the races after Cass and Kelly, who make it to the sandbox, and they are preparing to walk in. An angel appears. Welcome. I'll make this as painless as possible. Yes, women do like to steal, baby. I mean, who wouldn't? I would. Who the hell would trust Cass with a kid? Look, we barely trust Misha with kids. No kidding. Misha and his kids are super cute. Last baby he was in charge with, he needed Dean's help. This is also true. Michelle, you can retract your toy statement because nobody asked for those feels. Lucy's defense, he wasn't always evil. His child wouldn't necessarily be evil. True, but we thought the same about Amara. And of course it begs to be said, if Crowley would not have gotten a hold of Amara, would that whole season have turned out the way it did? I mean, in a way I'd like to say yes, because she ate people's souls. So, still kind of would have ended up the same way. Amara, you've got to stop eating people's souls, sweetie. It's not very nice. So Dagon shows up right at the last second and explodes the angel, and then of course you find she's been there for hours. And fight ensues. Cass has gotten beaten up a lot this season. First, British middle letters, bad chick with the spelled brass knuckles, and now Dagon. Like, what the heck? Why are we enjoying beating up the angel this year? So I'm checking comments. Let's see. So the boys show up to save the day also at the last moment, so we think. Dagon gets a hold of the Colt. That redneck's about to come out, y'all. Hee hee. Dagon destroys the Colt, takes it out of play. So at least so we think. As far as we know, it is destroyed and out of play. The Colt is no more. Womp womp. And then she turns to destroy Cass. Cass and Kelly are holding hands. And oh, how sweet. And Dagon goes for it. And all of a sudden, Kelly or the baby or both jumpstart Cass. Like, just jumpstart him. Like, I don't even know how it, like, bolt of lightning jump-started and, like, angel mojo times a million, and Dagon spontaneously combusts, which I was actually kind of sad to see, because she was actually kind of fun. I mean, not quite Abaddon fun, but fun when she wasn't being completely evil. I don't know. I like the bad girls. Completely smokes Dagon. And makes me wonder, did the baby take over Cass? Because Cass's eyes started glowing as well. And so it's like, and then, okay, is what it is. Let's go back to the bunker. No. What do you mean no? No. Poop, poop. Good night, boys. That's exactly how that went. And I'm like, what is going on? What's happening? I don't understand, you guys. Like, 1 second, Castiel has no faith. Next second, I will raise him as my own. Like, what? What? I don't. What? I don't get it. I don't get it. And my last note about this. And we have no idea where they're going with the baby at this point. Like, I'm just going to rip this off and show you guys, because it's like all large letters. Like, seriously. If you can't read what that says, Chuck, now would be a good time to check in for a visit. Like, for reals. For reals. We have one Antichrist that we know of that's already running around. Why we've still missed that loophole, I'm still not sure. And now we've got Antichrist number 2 running around, about to be born. And, like, hello? McFly? Like, ah! Like, I need Chuck. Like, I know Chuck is reconnecting with Amara and trying to be very hands-off, but you didn't fix things with your kid as much as you thought you did, and now you have a grandkid on the way, and it's out of control, Chuck. Get your kids under control. Like, what the heck? What the heck? Let's see. Let me look at chat real quick. Let me scroll back up, you guys. You are absolutely correct. Cass will pay for that boop to the heads. Like, I hate to say it, but I feel like because they know Cass only came back to steal the Colt so that he could go after Kelly and Dagon. That trust was kind of iffy beforehand. But now, Cass has allowed Kelly to steal baby, not stop her, got her to heaven, or to the gates, to the sandbox, and now booped them to sleep and run off in the truck with Kelly and the Antichrist. That's going to put a serious strain on Team Free Will and the Winchesters 3, if we're talking Sam Dean Cass. That's trust is going to become a major issue. There's going to be a lot of fallout from that. I loved Dean's "Don't Before the Boom" or "Boop." Oh, yeah. That was... this is going to be horrible. Mommy Amara. No, Mommy Amara. Grandpa Chuck. Yes, bring back Chuck. Chuck, not truck. He's going to show up with baby stuff for the shower and be like, deuce. Y'all are ridiculous. Apparently Antichrist is a different thing to spawn of Satan. Well, you very well could have a point. But I still feel like that Antichrist thing and spawn of Lucifer, like, it needs to be addressed. All cardinal sins. Oh my jeez. Unless they figure out. So I'm wondering, is Cass under the baby's control? Cass says that the baby showed him the future. So, what future did he see? You know what I mean? Like, future how? And I feel like, because technically, as far as we know, Uriel, if I remember correctly, showed Dean the future when he went to Inverse, and Lucifer, or Samifer, if you want to say it that way, just to keep things clear, told Dean no matter what choices you make, you'll always end up here. Well, if we go by that exact timeline, they didn't end up there. So it tells me that the future is a very fluid thing, constantly changing. And so I'd love to know what Cass saw that denoted him taking over, having this change of heart? And is he being shown the truth, or is he being shown what Cass wants to see? Because we all know angels are capable of making people see what they want to see. Imagine if this is how they bring Jesse back. Lucy's kid seeks out Jesse for a bet friend? What? Zachariah. Thank you, Pop. Zachariah. I knew it wasn't Uriel. Did we talk? We did not talk about the mixtape. It's obvious Dean made Cass a mixtape of good songs, since Cass is rocking his own set of wheels now. And it looks like it's pretty much all Led Zeppelin, because why wouldn't it be? It's Dean. Of course it's going to be all Led Zeppelin. And I like that he's, I'm going to return this. Like, well, it's even though Dean is completely pissed at him, it's a gift. You don't return a gift. Lucy's kid seeks out Jesse for a best friend. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't mention the Jared scrub. Well, I've already been called out on my Sam Girl status before, and you're lucky I didn't go into the joy that it was watching him research. And you're such an enabler, Rachel. I hate you. Yeah. What other questions? Lucy Jr. and Jesse go on a. Jesse shows up. Lucy Jr.'s in college. Dad's on a. No, I'm not gonna do it. Jensen's hair was kind of amazing too. I think we all like Jensen's hair just a little bit longer. Demon D. It's just I don't know what it is. It's nice. Sam Winchester is boy genius. Sam, I feel like, despite how much Sam wants to put himself down, I feel like this is kind of Sam's season. I'm hoping that whatever breaks down in the next couple episodes is Sam saving the world, or even Cass. I'd be fine with Cass saving the world, but I'm really getting, and I know some of it is Sam's personality, but I hate that Sam doesn't give himself enough credit for, it was Sam's idea for the Grace extraction, like they did with him and Gadriel. It was Sam that took out the alpha vampire. It was Sam who had the idea for them to even get the Colt, and who remembered how to mimic the bullets by memory. And I feel like a lot of the plans and things that they've brought out this season have been from Sam. Yet Sam is so quick and easy to give the credit to everyone else but himself. And that's what keeps me positively in the Sam corner, because I just want to hug the poor sweet man and be like, you're awesome too. You did things. Anyway. Yeah. Cover myself. My Sam is showing again. No, I will not. I will not. Seeing sights, killing people, all in good fun. What else? What else, guys? We got about 5 minutes until I gotta blast out of here. Let's talk about next week. What little bit we saw in the preview. Next week is going to be episode 20. Are we going 22 this season? I think we're going 22. I know the finale is a 2-hour episode. I'm going to say we're doing 22. So we have about 3 episodes left this season. And next week we get the Baines twins back, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited about. Max and I can't remember his sister's name. Yikes. That's a horrible face. 23 this season. Thank you, Michelle. See, Michelle, this is why I keep Michelle around. She's my fact checker. She knows these things. 23, so 22 and 23 combined. That would make sense. 22 and 23 combined for a 2-hour episode. And then we've got Ketch, and him and Mary are all is not well in Hookupville for Ketch and Mary. So, Alicia Baines. There we go. Max and Alicia. Thank you. Thank you. See, this is why I keep all of you around, to help me remember things that I can't ever remember. Yeah, so what do we think is going on with Ketch and Mary? Is Creepy Ketch back? Or is he doing the work of the British, I like to call her, Dr. Hess, aka Dr. Umbridge? Is he doing their work, or is he on his own? Is he being swayed? Hookupville is my new term for my college. Well, it is college. Just saying. It happens. I really want to know what's happening there with Ketch and Mary, and yeah. What else, guys? What else? I got about 2 minutes. Michelle thinks Mary is going to pay for not wanting to be with Ketch. I mean, I think it's possible. For a split second, it looked like she was unconscious and he had a knife. Why no mention of Ketch stealing her photo from Dean? That's a very good point. I don't know why I'm holding these scissors. It's a very good point. I'm going to go with the theory that Dean hasn't noticed yet. I'm wondering if Dean hasn't noticed. I mean, we've seen him in his room. It was in a bedside table. Also, now this is just my personal theory. I'll be perfectly honest with you. They were sent in there to photograph and document everything. When we saw Ketch last with the photo, when he's back at the British Men of Letters temporary bunker, the photo looked a little different, a little more faded than what we saw him pull out from the drawer, and a little more pixelated. So it could be that it's a copy of the original photo, that they took a photo of the photo or scanned it, and he had his own copy made. But even still, yeah, I'm kind of like Pop. Like, what if he finds it on Ketch? Whether it's the original or whether it's a copy. Like, that would be... I don't think that would be very good for Ketch. Why do you have... But they would still... The only thing is that would confirm that they had been in the bunker at some time when the boys were not there. And they haven't really found any of the bugs yet, and I really think the bugs, specifically the one under the table that looked like it was made from something out of the 60s or 70s, is going to be the one that tips them off, as opposed to finding the picture on Ketch. I think the picture with Ketch is going to come into play. I think it's going to be a little bit later, but I don't think that's going to be what tipped them off to them invading the boys' bunker, the Winchester bunker, as I prefer to call it. So you're right, it doesn't make it any better, but that's what we've got. I'm wondering if it had to be bulkier because the bunker is underground. That's possible. That is distinctly possible. What else? I'm back to the nail scissors. I don't know what's up with that. I need to quit leaving stuff on my desk when I do these things. Well, bad signal. If Sam didn't live there, there'd be no Wi-Fi. Sam is where the Wi-Fi is. So, Okay. I just had a photo op idea for Jared. Feel free to steal this if anybody sees it. Somebody get like a pair of antenna and like old TV rabbit ears antenna and put them on a headband for Jared and bring a laptop and like Jared's adjusting the bunny ears so that he can get Wi-Fi signal. Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. It's kind of cute. I don't know. But if somebody wants to use that, if someone wants to use that, I am perfectly fine with it as long as you upload it and tag me. Oriona75 on Twitter, Oriona75 on Tumblr, shootingthesalt.tumblr.com as well. So, there we go. That's it. That's all I've got time for tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Once again, this is Shooting the Salt, your live stream post supernatural reaction show. I am your host, Ori, also known as Oriona75. Please feel free to throw us a subscribe, which is easier thought than said, apparently. Like the video if you enjoyed tonight's video. If you're watching later on after the live stream, please feel free to leave me some comments. I love to see comments, and I love to come back and answer them and ask me any questions that you have, and I'll be happy to rewatch the episode and give you guys some feedback. Also, if you missed the episode for The Memory Remains, which I know right now, if you're watching this live, that's what the description says. Of course it wasn't. There is a video for The Memory Remains. I'll get everything together and put it on a playlist, or as of right now, the pinned tweet at Oriona75 is the reaction episode for The Memory Remains with my guest, Rose, aka Winchester-Wrights on Tumblr. That's it, you guys. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a wonderful week. See you next time, shooters. Bang, bang. That was cheesy. I'll never do that again. I'm sorry. Have a good week, you guys. Why won't it turn off? I've become Jensen all of a sudden. Okay, wait, there's the button.